everyone, welcome back to Prenatal Yoga Teacher Training. So today's video is about mindful pelvic floor exercises. So this is what you will incorporate in your classes each and every time. So the reason why the pelvic floor is super important to work on during class is you want to make sure that your pelvic floor is strong enough to hold baby up as baby grows in your uterus. And then B, you also want to make sure that your pelvic floor knows how to let go and release when it's time to push baby out. Okay, so basically, you want a balanced pelvic floor, not too tight, not too loose, right? Because the pelvic floor also helps you hold in your pee, your poop, all that stuff. So, sorry if I have any black stuff in my teeth. I just had some Oreos. Okay, so let's get right to it. Okay, so sometimes people call the pelvic floor a Kegel exercise. If that makes you connect to your pelvic floor, so be it. But if you do not know what a Kegel is, it's similar to when you hold your pee or when you had to poo, when you had to push poo out, or like like say you're scared or something, you like hold everything in, or when you do like an arm balance, it's kind of like a holding type of sensation, and then letting go is like when you release your pee, when you go poop. When you hold toots in is like activating the pelvic floor. So that's what they mean by Kegel exercises. So when you come to your class, make space, time to work on the pelvic floor. So I like to do the pelvic floor in Malasana. Okay, that's the yogi squat where you sit on top of a block. Okay, I have those poses in the prior lesson of props and poses sequencing. So you'll see Malasana in those videos. So make sure you refer back to see that pose. And if Malasana is not a good pose, the yogi squat, you can also have the students just sit in sitting on their heels or just sitting in Sukhasana, seated meditation pose to do the exercise. So what I tell my students to visualize when they are doing their pelvic floor exercise is to imagine the pelvic floor. So it's your pee hole, your vag, and your butt um, all working together. So imagine your pelvic floor like a compass. You have north, south, east, and west. And what you want to do is imagine north and south expanding as you inhale, and as you exhale, see if you can bring north and south together. And then you do the same exercise with east and west, expanding east and west, which is your sit bones, imagining your sit bones parting, and as you exhale, sit bones come together. So that's one way that you can explain the pelvic floor exercise, and you can break it up into north and south, east and west, and then you can also incorporate all points together. Another way to think of it is like pretending that your pelvic floor is scooping up a marble in and then letting a marble go. Okay, so that's the exercise and the way you can kind of explain it. Or you can also think of a handkerchief, like a handkerchief falling and opening, and then a handkerchief kind of pulling up. Okay, and then also incorporating in the pelvic floor exercise is breathing awareness. So if you can teach your students to use their core muscles by belly breathing and pelvic floor at the same time, that's super helpful. So when they go into labor, their core muscles is going to help push baby out, and so is their uterus, okay? And the pelvic floor is going to open. So as you inhale, you want to see if your students can inhale, expanding pelvic floor and filling up the belly. And as I exhale, bringing the pelvic floor in and hugging baby in, bringing navel to spine. That's a hard one. Give them maybe 10 breaths to work on that. And I like to instruct them on it and then give them a moment of silence to do it on their own. So that's the way you can incorporate that. And if the mom has a hard time connecting to their pelvic floor, always recommend them to a pelvic floor therapist or not therapist, a pelvic floor physical therapist, okay? Because they will help them connect to their pelvic floor. There is some biofeedback devices that help women connect to their pelvic floor. I don't know too much about it, but I know it exists. So if they want to figure that out, that and they want to try it out, that's something that they can research on their own. But in the yoga teacher training e-manual, all those things are listed there. If you have any questions, please write a comment and let me know. And right now, I am running a special on the prenatal yoga teacher training. It's at a very affordable price. So, if you want the e manual and you want to get the full training, go to my website at nanfamyoga.com and click on prenatal training, and you'll see our discounted price. You should purchase it now because once I complete this course and post all the videos, I will be slowly taking the videos down and I will be raising the price. Okay, so if you have any questions, leave a comment or you can email me. And the next video I will have is what will I have? Probably Shavasana poses is next. But yeah, okay, catch you later.